So I recently found something I could do a video on that was like perfect. And it just so happened on accident. I don't need to drink none right now. So what I found was, hey Ak, if you see this DJ Akademiks, that's what you need to be doing. You need to be like, okay, I'm gonna go get some alcohol, then realize, oh shit, I don't really need to be drinking nothing right now anyways. It's like noon. You know what I'm saying? Because I see you be getting drunk, Akademiks. I see you be drinking too much. You be looking like you gonna stroke out mid-fucking stream. Like, I'll be waiting for half your face to go limp and just like go like that on stream. I ain't gonna hold you. But what I figured out, what I needed to do a video on was, so I was looking into how, I guess, Metallica stole a bunch of fucking shit from other artists that was smaller at the time, which they could get away with doing in the 80s because the internet wasn't around yet. And it's almost like, in part, the internet has made ideological theft easier, but at the same time, it's made it easier to be figured out, you know? It's easier for people to know, oh, they ripped off this song right here to make this song. Anyways, why did I do that like that? Fuck. So anyways, I'm reading the comments and someone's like, damn, as someone trying to make original music playing guitar, it seems like everything's been done before. Well, yes, it basically has, and at this point, it's just about repurposing it and recycling it. It's almost like the idea behind like upcycling, right? Where you're trying to, or like shabby chic type shit, right? Where you're trying to take something that's old and repurpose it into something new and make it your own. And, you know, Pat the Bunny had lyric one time where it was 3 chords, maybe 4. I don't like these bands anymore. And what that's about is most popular music, not even just popular music, uses the same 3 or 4 chord progressions. And that's just because music works like that. Certain chords interact well with each other. So when I seen this comment, I said, you know what, just for all the people who feel like that, I need to make this video where it's like, I do the covers of folk punk shit because even in covering it, I'm doing something original. That's why usually the way I play it is different than the actual song and shit like that. Because for me, it's always been about, well, okay, it doesn't matter if someone's done this sound before in this way, if you can put these other sounds with it, and then the rest of the song is different. And then there's certain shit that I look at as like a cardinal sin of shit that I would never do, like stealing a whole riff, and it's the main riff of this other song, and I'm gonna use it in my song as the main riff of this song. I would never do nothing like that. But there's certain shit you can't get around. Like, with chord progressions, it's more acceptable that you're gonna use other people's chord progressions because chord progressions only work with certain shit. But when it comes to other shit, like mainly like riffs and leads, that's where I start to be like, okay, you can't just take that whole shit that they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, that's what it becomes, like ideological theft. Especially if it's like a song that someone's put out on wax, put out on the internet, whatever. You know nobody's really heard it, but you're gonna go ahead and take the main riff of that part. Like, especially if you're way bigger than that artist, that's extremely looked down upon, in my opinion. But don't get discouraged. It's not like just because everything's been done before doesn't mean it's, because there's always a different way of doing shit. So you can have the same shit that's been done before. And there's a lot of leads I know people haven't used before. So there's always going to be a way to make the shit your own, even when people have done it before. The good thing with things like punk rock is you can take the bass, like the bass parts of a verse, like the bass chords you're going to use for a verse or a hook, and then add other shit like leads in there or whatnot. Like, or like in my case, like this, I'm so big on drum machines and whatnot is because it's an idea that hasn't been done much before. And there's never been like a punk version of Nine Inch Nails. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, Andrew WK was kind of close to that, but it still wasn't exactly that. So it's really about what, because we're reaching a point where everything's been done before. But there's always going to be a way to do it differently that hasn't been done before. Even if parts of it have, there's always going to be a way you could do it to where this hasn't been done before. As long as you're not doing what Metallica was doing in some cases, which I didn't even know, where you're stealing whole parts of songs. Like Four Horsemen, I never realized because I don't really listen to a lot of Metallica, was like literally rips off, it's literally if you put heavy distortion in the chorus sound on Sweet Home Alabama. You know what I'm saying? There's shit like that, like Unforgiven is ripped off. So there's a lot of shit like that where it's like literally like even like one of the main parts of Master of Puppets is ripped off. Yo, check the Swiss perk, man. Check the Swiss perk out, man. Oh, well. So, that's my advice for anyone doing music, getting discouraged because, this has been done before, that has been done before. At the end of the day, yeah, the chords may have been done before. Write some different lyrics. Then that song hasn't been done before. And make sure you add something to it that makes it not so much a one-of-one copy. But that's what the main thing you want to avoid. Anything, especially in terms of leads, that's a one-of-one copy of something else. Because I think that's the main thing that I saw Metallica get caught up on, that I could call plagiarism, was that there were whole lead sections that's just like, bro, you just took that from, you know what I'm saying? To the point where, like, when Dave Mustaine was with Metallica and they wrote Four Horsemen, I guess Dave Mustaine, like, knew he was playing Sweet Home Alabama in the middle of it because they were like, why not something slower? That's what I guess Lars Ulrich said. And so just like to be like sarcastic sort of, Dave started playing Sweet Home Alabama and Lars Ulrich goes, yeah, that one, let's do that one. And like Dave was like, really? Like in his head, like he didn't say it, but he's like, really? You like, okay, you want me to basically steal some shit from Leonard Skinner? All right. Like, so that's my advice to anybody out there doing this music shit. Is just, yeah, shit's been done before. That's also why certain genres go away for a minute and then they come back. Because the music execs know this, and they know it's easier to pull that off if what's been done before was decades prior, and that genre went away for a minute and then it came back. And there's certain genres that are used, like, I don't want to say in general they're used as a filler genre, but they're used, like, for example, like, you notice whenever rap music starts falling off for a minute, is the only time you'll hear country music on things that are not country music stations. You feel what I'm saying? Like, country music is used as a, almost like a filler genre. And like the first time I seen that happen was with that Jason Aldean shit, that one Jason Aldean shit where he came out on the track rapping. Okay. And then I seen it happen. Well, I'm seeing it sort of happen with Oliver Anthony. It almost seems like, but at the same time, it's just they only do that because everything's been done before, so they have to cycle it. So it's the same thing, sort of, when you're working on music. You know, everything to an extent has been done before. That's why I've always been drawn to rapping and being a lyricist, because it's really the only thing that it all hasn't been done before with. Because you can always come up with new lyrics, and there's always gonna be some shit you can make a song about that song doesn't exist already. So that's just my take on it. You know, hope this helps somebody out there. I'm out of this bitch.